morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone, on this beautiful, beautiful spring.
What?
Spring day. It's spring out there,
Beautiful?
Kyle.
Beautiful.
Kyle.
We had hail. Did you have hail last
I
night?
had snow.
We got hail.
Yes, there was hail, there was snow, there
Lightning
was all
and thunder.
all the things,
Yep.
all the things that we've had. And it's spring today.
Oh,
I
and it's
hope-
April Fool's.
It is. You know, I wondered if maybe I would wake up this morning and it would just be
good.
an April Fool's Day.
No.
Yeah, not. No. I had snow in my yard this morning, so.
I don't have any
yes.
snow.
Oh, well, I do, but anyway.
Yeah, you live further.
Well, welcome to Embroidery Club this morning. I'm Sandra, and
I'm Kyle.
we're here to demonstrate the April, I almost said March.
We're done with March.
Yes. The April Digital Dealer exclusive mystery quilt block.
Yes.
Now, I know there's probably many of you that have downloaded it this morning and you already know what we're doing.
Really?
Many of you might have even already stitched it out. I mean,
Probably.
these early birds.
This one was fun.
It was fun.
And it was fast.
It was really fun. And I thought, when I first saw the picture, I went, oh goodness, that's kind of scary. It almost looked like a wasp type, you know? But actually it really turned out very cute. It's a really cute bee. And I just thought,
I love the
how
wings.
fun is that? Yeah, you're gonna do some freestanding lace.
I love doing that.
And it has some mylar and some tulle with it and everything. So yeah, I thought it turned out really cute. So it's great. Anyway, those should be in your Kimberbell files sometime today if they are not already. So
if they haven't gotten it, just be patient a little while and then
Yes.
call Kimberbell if you still don't get it. Or do you call us?
Well, call us because then they'll tell you whether or not it has been downloaded into their files yet.
Okay, they'll be able to see.
I think Kathy's really good about getting it out there and letting them know when and who and all of that stuff has to have it. But but be patient. Yeah, be patient. If it's not there immediately, please be patient this morning because, it'll get there.
It's April 1st.
Yeah, it'll get there. You'll get it within just a matter of a couple of hours, I'm almost positive. But yeah, it's a really fun one. It's a really fun design.
And you're doing two of them, right?
Correct. We are going to do two. So that's what
Why are we
need to
doing
do.
two?
Well, because they are in different places on the quilt. As far as I know, that's it. Yeah.
Maybe we're just making one for a friend.
It's going to be, you're making 24 total.
Oh, okay. So
12.
It's
two every month.
Okay.
Is what we're doing. So that's why.
I almost did not read that instructions and almost did one.
Well,
on the first one I did.
Yeah. So you're going to need two of every block. So that's just what we have to remember that. So Sybil said that hers was there about an hour ago.
Oh,
so
good.
That's great to know, Sybil. Thank you, because in that way we know that.
And it's a two-part stitch out.
It is a two-part stitch out. So my recommendation is you stitch the first one out this morning, and then you've got to let it dry, and later tonight you can stitch the rest of it out.
Yes, because on the next one you're going to attach it.
Correct, because it's not going to be an all stitch out one and done type thing.
No.
It is definitely a two-step, and you stitch out the wings, then you've got to let them dry, and then you need them to stitch onto the thing.
You mean I need patience?
Just this much.
Okay, I can maybe do that.
Not too much. So stitch it out this morning, eat breakfast.
Yeah.
Oh wait, well that's in our time zone anyway.
Yeah, true.
Maybe have lunch, take a walk.
Oh yeah.
And then
Look at all
come
the
back
pretty
and
flowers.
stitch the rest of it
That's a good idea.
while the rest of it all dries.
What
or
happens
do
if
your
I do it
housework.
while it's wet?
Well,
Just not a good idea.
yeah, it probably isn't a good idea. I did I let mine dry, but I kind of formed it a little bit. You'll be able to see here, I just kind of curled them up a little bit.
Well, if I didn't do that already, can I go back and do that?
You sure can.
Oh, okay, good,
Yes.
because I like that.
Yeah.
Mine are flat.
Yeah, you definitely can. I curled mine up a little bit. You can definitely do that. Spritz it with just a little bit of water.
Okay.
And then,
Because you still have a little bit of stable.
yeah, there's probably, depending on how much you rinsed it out,
Oh,
Kyle.
I'm sure I didn't do enough.
But we'll talk about it. Yeah, yeah. Kathy says, what's housework? Yeah, not. I totally agree. Quilting is, and doing machine embroidery
This is more important.
much more important than housework. I totally agree on that one. So anyway, download all of your designs, download your instructions, get them all, put together and everything, and we're ready to go. So a couple of things that we're gonna need, okay? So first thing is, you need your background fabric, and this piece of background fabric needs to have fusible backing on it.
You don't have it all the way to the edges.
No, I do not, because I don't need to.
Oh.
Because this is all going to be cut off.
Yes.
So what I typically do is I find out how big my finished block is
And how do
going
you
to
see
be.
that?
It's on your instructions right here at the very end.
Oh.
It says place a 4.5 by 4.5 orange pop ruler over and cut it out. So once I know that, I cut my fusible backing and my project batting the same size, and I cut it about a 1/2 inch larger.
Okay, I was gonna say, yes.
A 1/2 inch larger than the size of the block.
Okay, good. Because your fabric is larger.
Yes, they always give you plenty of fabric because your
I
fabric.
appreciate that.
Your fabric, oh, for sure. Your fabric that you're going to cut here is 6.5 by 6.5.
Okay.
So that saves a little bit on your fusible backing and your project batting. Okay, so I always cut it about a 1/2 inch larger than the finished block.
Okay, good to know.
Make sense?
Good to know.
Okay. So I've got fusible backing, and it says right here, fusible backing on the wrong side of the background fabric.
Okay.
So I've got that one all ready to go. Okay, then I have my project batting. It's,
Okay.
again,
And this is all for the bee.
This is for the
not
bee.
our first.
correct, this is for the bee. So I'm just kind of going through
Making
what
sure you
we're
got
gonna
all the
need here,
supplies.
okay? Then also for the bee, you're going to need a piece of black fabric here for the body, and you're gonna need 2 of those. And I've got both of them here. Boom. I've actually got 3, got an extra one there. And then you're gonna need 1 piece of striped fabric.
Does
Now,
it matter which way I put it on?
It does,
I know.
and it tells you that too.
Okay, good.
So-
And you put stabilizer on it.
I did. Okay, so this one, my first one that I made here, I did not put fusible backing on it.
Looks fine.
And it looks okay, but it's a little bit darker. So I decided that for
Oh,
today,
you didn't want the black to bleed through a little?
I wanted to see what it would look like if there's any difference.
Okay,
So
good idea.
we'll take a look at it today, and then you guys can decide which way you want to do it.
Okay.
The black, no, I did not put fusible backing on the black. It will be fine.
What determines whether or not you do?
Normally, I decide whether or not I put fusible backing on it. First of all, if the color from underneath is going to show through.
Okay.
So I think this does kind of dim it out a little bit, but that would be one. And also to give it a little bit more stability as far as puckering.
Is that determined by the size or the type of stitch you're doing?
Yeah, I think so. Yes, in fact, I know it does, because you need to decide if you're going to do like a raw edge applique or whatever like that, then a lot of times they don't want you to put the fusible backing on
No.
it because you want that raw edge. But it just varies. In different situations, I'll look at it and say, do I want fusible backing on there? No, I really don't need it. And sometimes I'm like, yeah, I do need it. So the density of your stitching, whether or not a color is going to show through, whether or not looks like it might pucker.
So the larger the designs, that determines for me a lot of the time.
Yes, I agree.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, so then what we are going to need is a piece of this iridescent
And that comes in your-
mylar and 2 pieces of tulle.
In your
Yes,
kit?
that comes in your embellishment kit.
Yes.
Okay?
Thank heavens.
Yes, no
Yeah.
kidding. So we're going to set those fun little
Because
pieces
those
aside.
are for step 2.
That's
B.
all. Those are for step 2. part B, I should say.
Yeah.
And these are for part A. So I'm going to put those off. That Mylar sticks to everything,
Yes,
so
it
you
does.
just kind of have to.
So you
wiggle.
find it on the bottom of your sleeves.
Exactly. So let's.
Oh, here's another.
Oh, there's my other piece of tool. You got to be careful because you can lose
Oh, I've
them.
looked all over some days.
Yes, yes. And find it the next day.
Yeah. After I've gone and scavenged from something else.
Yes, yes, I've done that too, especially with vinyl.
Oh, yes.
I won't say. Anyway, I learned a really valuable trick, and yeah, take your vinyl. Once you pull it out of your package, take your vinyl, put a piece of tape on it, and tape it to your machine.
Good idea.
And then that way it's always there, and when it's
you
time,
don't see it.
Yeah, exactly. Especially if it's the clear
good
vinyl.
idea.
Tape it to your machine, and then when it's time to put that piece of vinyl down, you've got it and it's ready to go.
Nice. I like it. I knew I'd learned something cool.
Just a thought there. Okay, so Kyle, the first thing we're going to do, we know that we're going to make two. Okay, so I'm not going to make my bee wings one at a time. No, I'm going to do them both in the same hoopy.
And they'll fit in that?
And they both fit in the 4x4 hoop.
Does it tell you that on there?
No, it does not.
Okay, so this is a trick.
Yes, this is what we're going to do. So let's pull up our bee wing design in our machine.
I'm going to set it.
And we're going to show you how to do this.
Oh, I just did embroidery. Return it.
Okay, so we've got our wings.
One.
Okay, so I want you to pull it. Remember, was it last month? I can't remember. Anyway, where I showed you how to bring in the size of your hoop on your screen. Do you remember how to do that?
No.
Okay, go to your file right up there. This little guy right there.
Oh, okay.
And then you're going to look here and you're going to look at your hoop size, your frame size. Okay?
Okay.
Put that as a 4x4.
So, what'd I do?
You go down the other direction. It doesn't matter. Just keep going until you reach the 4x4.
Okay.
All right. Now hit OK.
Okay.
Now look at your screen. Do you see that line?
Yeah.
And it shows
Right
you
around the...
right around. So it shows you where you have that you can adjust that design. So we want to move that up or down. I don't care where you put it, up or
Do
down.
them with my finger?
You can, or you can move it by, if you go edit.
I like that better.
And then move.
Because this way it will go centered up. If I do it with my hand, I could move it all over.
Oh, yes, you're exactly right. So move that up.
How close?
Oh, it doesn't matter. About there works.
Okay.
Okay. And then you're going to hit OK.
Okay.
And then you're going to go to add.
Okay.
And then you're going to add that same design again.
So I have to go back to my USB.
Back to your USB.
Ooh, what one did we pick it out of? I can't remember. Too many on here. Dang it.
Okay, there's another way you can do it.
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Can you copy it?
Yes, that's what I'd like even better. Return.
Okay, return.
I like
All right.
that better.
So
Edit.
edit. And I'm not real familiar with that one, so you're going to have to help me with it. That's why I always go the other way. Try that.
What's that do?
You did it.
I'm so smart. Yay.
I think we did it, Kyle.
Okay, and now I'm going to move this
And now
one.
you're going to move it.
That is so much easier than trying to go through my whole USB.
Yes, it is, especially now. That's the one thing that I do is the projects that I'm working on are only the ones that I have on my USB.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, so when I download all of my designs, I will take whatever project I'm working on and load it onto a single USB, and that's the one that I use for those entire projects. So then that way I know exactly where they are at all times.
Oh, boy. Oh,
But
boy.
hey, this, it's okay. It works great.
Okay.
I'm glad that we've figured
know
that out really quickly, didn't
Yes.
we?
Okay, so now I'm going to push OK. Should I
Now-
bring that up at all? It's
No,
not exactly
no.
centered.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, as long as it's in those lines.
That's correct, as long as it's within that hoop.
Okay.
Okay.
And now push embroidery.
Okay, there's one more thing that we can do.
What?
Because the designs are exactly the same, we can color sort them.
This is where I always forget how to do it.
Okay, so to color sort, what do you mean? What do I mean by color
Means
sort?
we're going to stitch all one color at a time?
Each step is going to be all together. So you're going to do step 1, then you're going to do step 2, then you're going to step 3. And it's going to go from design to design.
Oh, that'd be nice. Because I
So-
do them separate.
Right.
And I'm like, ugh, I know there's a
Right.
way.
Right, there is. So we are going to go to edit. That
This
little
one?
guy right there.
Okay, so you're in your edit. And
You're
I'm
in
gonna
the
go to
edit.
where I want to call it a thimble. No, thread.
The thread, but I'm going to do it the other way.
Oh.
Okay. We're going to embroider. Then we're going to go to
Layout.
layout.
Oh.
And see those 3 little spools?
Oh, one's blank.
That's right. So hit them.
Hit these. Okay.
And now you can see it went darker. Now go
now.
back to layout and look at what it's done here.
Oh, 2 times I'm going to use number 1.
That's right, because you're
Okay.
going to go 1.
2 times I'm gonna
one,
use 5.
1,
Okay.
1, 1.
Nice.
Does
and
that
it
make-
does it in the right order.
That's correct.
Okay.
That's
I
correct.
don't want to start with the last one and then have to go back.
No.
Okay.
It's not going to do that.
All right.
But let me tell you something.
Uh-oh.
We showed you how to do this. This works out great. We've shown you how to do this. This is something you can learn how to do that on your machine.
Rewatch this because
Yeah.
I would have to rewatch it.
Yeah, just so that you know how to do this. But
Somebody wants to see the project today.
okay, we'll show it to you in just a second. Also, we only need 1.
Okay.
Because
so-
I've already stitched out 2 because I knew I needed it and I needed it to
And we don't
dry.
wanna take
and-
the time to
yeah,
stitch them both.
exactly. So I only need 1.
Okay.
So would you go in there and just delete one of those off
Return?
of there?
And now here's delete. And I know it'll do that one because it's got a red box around
That's
it.
correct. And then
Do
hit
I really
OK.
want to do that? Yes, I really do.
Okay, now what I want you to do is I want you to move
Move it
that
down to the center.
and then put it back into the center.
And I push that button in the center.
That's correct.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm so smart.
Okay.
Feeling really good about myself.
Yo, you should. You've done well.
Okay.
So then now we're going to hit OK and we're going
To
to
embroider.
Embroider. Yeah.
Okay,
'Cause
but
I don't
we
need a lot of
organized
these.
it all. So did it just take off all that sorting that we did? Because we didn't need it.
We don't need it. So yes,
Okay.
it did.
All right.
Yeah. So it did take all of that out. So.
Only took 5 minutes and she's already learned something.
Oh,
That's
good,
awesome.
Joanne. I'm glad because, that's something that, I don't want to stitch out these one at a time. And it's like, oh my gosh, why do I do that? Anyway, we only need 1. I don't need a whole group of bee wings floating around. So
You don't want to put one in your hair?
yeah, not today.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. My hair's pretty straight from being out in the snow. But
Yeah.
anyway, so let's get this started.
Okay.
All right.
So what kind of...
Oh, wash away stabilizer, and they do only require you to use 1 layer.
1 layer?
1 layer of wash away.
Mine is not labeled anymore.
Yes.
So do you know I have to figure out if it's washable?
Don't tell me you lick it. Oh, Kyle, don't tell me that. Hey, you know what? I'm going to send home with you today.
Okay.
See this spray bottle here, Kyle?
I have one, but I don't want to walk the 2 steps over to it. I
Oh
just
my
lick it.
gosh. I even put on the top of mine, it says H2O, okay?
That's a good idea.
H2O on the top of my spray bottle. And then I take
And then
it
I touch it
and
and make-
just, even with your fingers, just your fingers and do it that way. You're not the only one that I know of that licks it. I'm like, ugh, you guys, that's gross.
So gross.
See, Heidi's even saying, Kyle.
I will continue.
Yes. Take your spray bottle, Kyle.
Okay,
Spray bottle.
I'll try and remember.
Okay. All right. So, step 1. The thing it's going to do is going to do a placement line.
Wait a minute. Am I in embroidery?
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
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 Because you got a green button.
Yeah.
Remember?
Oh, yes. That's all I have to touch. Okay. What am I stitching it out?
You're going to
Okay.
stitch out a placement line.
Placement line.
Okay. Because guess what we have to do? We have to put the mylar
Oh, yeah.
and the tool down. Now, see, even Deb's going, Gross! I'm with you there, girls. I'm right there with
Maybe
you.
I should lick it a little bit more so then my tongue stays to the roof of my
Okay,
mouth.
lick your fingers and then do it, but don't put the stabilizer in your mouth.
I just put a tiny little bit.
Okay, whatever.
Okay, it stitched it all out in one.
Okay, then you're gonna hand that to me.
Okay.
All right, so we have a placement line here. Now, I am going to take one piece of my Mylar.
'Cause you
Oh,
have-
somebody wanted to see this, so I'm gonna set
That's
this.
the
This is what we're
tool.
doing, okay? This is the project that we're doing, and these are the wings that we're doing, okay?
So cool.
So this is the tool. I'm gonna put that down,
Okay.
okay? And then I'm gonna take my piece of Mylar, and I'm gonna put it down on top of that.
Okay.
And it's
Try not
gonna,
to let it go with you.
That's right. You have to be really careful about this. And then I'm gonna take my other piece of Mylar and put that over the top of that.
Okay.
And I am
I
going
would
to
definitely tape
it for sure. And I'm gonna tape it to the side of my hoop right there. I just have find that with this stuff, it just
It moves.
works better. And it does have a tendency to move. Now, Kyle, what happens if I get a wrinkle in it? Is it gonna be okay?
No.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is?
It is.
Why?
Yeah.
Because you're going to stitch on it.
It's gonna stitch all over the top of it, and you'll never know
You don't
there's a
just
wrinkle.
sit down and cry and cut it
No.
up in little tiny pieces?
No,
Oh,
no.
okay.
I promise you that if it wrinkles a little bit or it slides around a little bit, it definitely will be okay.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna do a lot of stitching over the top of it, and you'll never know,
Yeah.
because it's happened to me.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, there you
Okay.
go. Now, one thing that we do need to do, on step number 2, it tells you in bright yellow instructions.
Oh, yes.
Change the bobbin thread to match the top thread. Anytime you're doing any kind of freestanding lace, you need to make sure that you have a bobbin wound the same.
Yeah, but that's white.
I know, and this is cream color, but what if I was using
Okay.
a pink?
Okay, you're right. Okay, just get in the habit of following those instructions.
Yeah,
They're there for a reason.
Yeah, they are. I've just always had better success that if it's the same. Also, if it is the same consistent, the same weight.
Wait. Oh, true.
Okay? Any kind of freestanding lace, make sure that your bobbin and your top thread are the same. I always wind my
What will
bobbin.
happen?
You know,
Take
it
off
might
a
not.
little?
It might put it off. It might not look good.
Mm-hmm.
And the one thing that I found out about this, Kyle, is that you can't tell the front from the back,
That's good.
which is really good. Yeah,
Nice.
because there's a lot of times you're
Oh.
looking at this, you cannot tell the front from the
So
back.
if I put a wrong color on the back, then you'd know.
Then you would know. That's
Okay.
correct. Okay,
Okay.
press go.
It's in there. Okay.
It's going to
We're on
s-
step 2.
That's correct.
I
You're
just keep
going-
an eye on this just in case.
Yes, I always do, especially the until it gets the good tack down
Yep.
line.
Phew.
Did I do good?
Did good.
Okay,
Nice.
okay.
And it always goes down twice, stitches around twice.
It does. Now it's going to do some stitching
Oh.
on the inside of it also. It's going to do a little
All
bit
at
more
once.
than you, a little bit more stitching, not just the outside edge. It's going to do
Nice.
some on the inside also. So this is
looks
going to
cool.
take about a minute or a couple minutes, it says.
Yeah. Any questions? Don't lick your fingers or your tongue on the stabilizer.
Yeah, and Heather's right. Kimberbell has great slap bands.
They
Which
do.
They do, and I agree. But sometimes your slap bands and your
I have too
stabilizer
many.
get mixed up. I
I have
understand.
too many.
I understand that.
And I have put the label inside.
Yes, but
But-
sometimes that slides out.
It does.
Take a piece of paper tape
Oh.
and tape it on the inside so it
Good
doesn't
idea.
come out.
Good idea.
So like this one right here, this one was brand new. I just opened it.
Uh-huh.
So if you take this, we're gonna take just a piece of paper tape. I'm gonna slide that down in there. And then, but I'm gonna take this and just tape that right there like that.
Oh, and you leave it up just a little bit.
Yeah.
Your tape.
No, I'm gonna cut that off.
Oh,
Because otherwise it's gonna catch everything and it's gonna fall off.
okay.
Okay? But as I look at that, am I gonna be able to tell what stabilizer it is?
Well, if you memorize them all,
Because it matches this, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So this and this matches the same color. So
Nice.
you should know by that way. If you don't, that's why a piece of paper tape. You can just pull it back.
homework, learn them all.
Just pull that off and pull it back
Because
out.
you can re-put it on.
And
Nice.
see, and then you can just put that back down in there and tape it back down.
What color thread are we using?
We are using a cream color. Yes. We're using cream color for this little bee guy, his wings.
Now, what do we do now?
Okay, did it stop?
Yep.
Okay, hand that to me.
Don't
Please.
take it out of the hoop. You're not done.
No, don't take it out of the hoop. Just take the hoop out of the machine. And then I'm going to trim the tulle and the mylar.
Not the stabilizer.
No. So I'm just going to take my tape, and this just trims.
You're cutting it pretty cute, close,
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah. It is going to do a nice satin stitch around the edge, but I'm cutting all of them at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So I pulled them all up. And I'm just going to trim that up. Okay. And it's really nice because that tape just kind of holds
Yeah,
on
it
to
does.
it. And I'm
That
gonna
was
trim
easy.
up. Yeah, it's very easy. That's the easy part. Now, on this one right here, it's going to do the satin outline, but it does tell you to change your bobbin thread back to your normal color. But Kyle, I'm going to leave it.
Why would you now change it? I guess it won't show through.
It really won't show through, but I'm just going to leave it at that
I would
color,
leave
at the
it.
regular. Yes,
Unless it was some outrageous color.
right.
Okay.
So I'm leaving it just that very same thread, and we're going to finish stitching the satin stitch around the
Okay.
outside of it.
All right.
Okay?
Nice. This is step 3.
That's
That's all
correct.
there is to the wings.
Yeah.
Nice.
Short and sweet and easy, and
Oh, someone taught me that the other day with that.
well, we're going to show you this again, okay?
Good.
Yep.
And I did it the other day, and I did it with my fringe flowers.
Okay. Oh, so for fringe. Okay, so first of all, I guess we better tell you what we're talking about.
Yeah, true, true. They didn't see it.
No, they didn't see that part. I pulled out the fabric folding pin out of the drawer. Kyle says, oh, I know what you're going to do with that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, normally I would just use this like if you're doing some stitch and flip,
Uh-huh.
like some piecing in
And
the
it
hoop.
just has water in it?
It does, yeah. So what actually I'm going to use this for is I'm going to take this design out of the hoop with this. And we'll show you how to do that in a minute,
Okay.
okay? Yeah, it works really great. And it works really good with the fringe
Fringe on the back.
any water-soluble thread.
You could also put that on your water-soluble to test it.
Exactly. Because mine at home has water written on it, and then I have one that
has-
is a fabric folding pin that has the solution
The
in
solution. What's the solution? Just like a starch?
It's just like like a softener.
Oh,
Like
softener.
a fabric softener almost.
Oh, okay.
I actually don't know what it is, and it doesn't say on the bottle what it is
We
either.
just believe them.
Yeah.
Okay. It's almost done. That's a tiny little stitch.
Lisa, I am so glad that you asked that question. She says there's a discount code today. Did you know that?
Yes, I did.
There is a discount code.
Because it's Embroidery Club.
That's right. And guess what the code is?
What?
Embroidery Club 15.
Is that
Pretty
the same-
simple.
Pretty simple.
Pretty simple. So
And what do you get with that?
a 15% discount.
Oh, 15.
Imagine that. Yes. So yes, and you definitely could purchase these scissors, and they are awesome.
Yeah,
Just
but guess
saying.
what?
Oh yeah, you told me.
I have
Go ahead.
them left-handed.
And
Life-changing.
okay,
Life-changing.
so get if you're left-handed, get the left-handed ones.
We sell both.
Yes, yes we do. And so yes, everything today has to do with machine embroidery, the scissors and stabilizer, and I don't know, all that kind of stuff.
All the things you need.
Yeah, all the things you need for embroidery. There we go. Except for the design. If you are purchasing your designs 1 month at a time, that and the kit.
Okay.
If you're purchasing, if you're doing that.
For this kit?
Correct. Then those do not count, but the other stuff does. Listen to that machine, Kyle.
Yeah.
It's some heavy duty stitching in there, isn't it?
I was gonna say, yes.
I saw you look at it like,
It's kind of like when the long arm does something funky, you're like, ooh.
Yeah. Well, the embroidery machine does funky things every now and again too.
It has a lot to go through.
Yeah,
that's why you need to make sure your needle's good.
That's right. Yeah, and we're just using an 80-12 needle on here.
Okay.
Not anything, outrageous, that's for sure. So yeah, we're doing well. Our wings are about ready.
Done.
About ready to fly.
Just that little bit of iridescent.
Does it? Oh my gosh,
my
doesn't
gosh.
it just add so much, doesn't it?
It does. Now it's doing the center.
Yeah, just that
lot of stitching.
little bit of iridescence from that mylar just makes it pop.
I love that sound.
Isn't that awesome?
There you go.
Okay, so there we got it. Now, obviously, if we had two, then you would be having them. So, what I'm going to show you to do is you take your fabric folding pen here.
With water in it?
Water only. Boy, this is a mess. Yeah. And we're going to take it and just outline our wings.
That's brilliant. Then I don't have to go and soak it, or I will still soak it.
You will. You'll need to because even in the
look at that.
Even in the center, there's all of that stabilizer. Look.
And no, I don't lick the sides of my design.
Look at that.
To get it off.
Isn't that brilliant? Now, there's a couple of other ways you can do that. You could do that with a Q-tip, just kind of dip it here and there. You can do it with one of those foam craft brushes, paint brushes. Okay. Now I'm going to take it, and I can see where my threads are.
Yep.
And I'm just going to trim those threads up.
It's a good habit to get into, right then and there.
Yes, it is. Okay, so Kyle, I have one more little trick for you.
Okay, good. I love these tricks.
Now, you can take this, these are just tiny little projects like this, and you can take it to the sink, and you can, just with your fingers, hold it under.
That's what I do.
Hold it under the sink and just hold it like that.
I think I might have one of these at home.
But I have this little plastic canvas sleeve that I made. See how it looks like a little envelope like this? It's just made with plastic canvas. I'm going to drop that in there, and because I'm going to have two, and it does say to lay them flat to dry.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Okay, so if you put that in there like that, take it to your sink, rinse it under the water, and then I just kind of tap all the water out of it, and then I set it up like this on the side of the cabinet and let it dry. And these actually dry really fast. Like I said, these will probably be dry within an hour's time. Because it did definitely dried really fast.
And then how did you get yours to curl?
Well, when I took it out, I just took it and just kind of...
Still pliable?
It does. See, even still.
Okay, good.
You just kind of form it up like that.
Nice. Nice. And how did you make this?
You just... I got a bigger piece of plastic canvas. It was like a
has big holes in it, pretty good size.
Yeah, just a bigger size piece, and I cut it in half. And then I took it to my machine and I just sewed with a zigzag stitch around the edge. Yeah, you want to go fairly slow.
Just the 3 edges.
Just the 3
So
edges.
it's a little pocket.
But I left the smooth edges on the top so that I can't, because if you feel this, it's kind of rough right there.
Oh, yeah, it is.
It's a little rough on that edge, and I don't want that on the top to catch stuff. So I made sure that the smoother edges were at the top. Then you can open that up, drop your project in. Anytime you're doing any kind of freestanding lace like this or anything that has a water-soluble stabilizer that you need to wash out, say you're doing felt flowers,
Oh, yeah.
anything like that, then you can just put those in
You can
here.
put your felt under the water? Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Kimberbell's Easter tier tray event
Oh, yeah.
does a water soluble, and that does some flowers that are made in with felt. And
Those are pretty.
they turn out absolutely awesome. I'm just saying. Anyway, put those in this and rinse them out really good, and then once they dry, you can form them and do whatever you need with them. But yeah,
Oh, Heidi just used the big
a
needle.
regular needle and sewed it with yarn.
That's a good idea. Make
totally,
sure
you
your
could do
yarn
it that
doesn't
way.
bleed.
Yeah, you could totally do it that way.
That's a
Either
good
way,
idea.
I just used my machine and it worked really great.
Hey, it's a grandkid project when they come over.
That's exactly a great idea.
Yeah. Because it's okay if it's big stitches.
Oh yeah, yeah, it doesn't matter. Anything that can make this little envelope. Anyway, then you're gonna let that dry, okay?
Okay.
And with the magic of camera and everything else, that because we had to get this done to show everybody, I already did it. They're all ready to go. They're all dry and ready to go. So now
Okay.
what we're gonna do is we're gonna do part B.
B.
So
Okay.
now you're gonna
Now I got to find that.
pull up the other design. See, Kyle, you need to just
Oh,
do.
boy. Yeah, keep talking. Don't look at me.
Okay, I am going to take my light mesh cutaway is what we need for this one.
Found it.
Okay.
And there's only one size.
Correct. There's only one size. All right, I'm going
Oh,
to
wait
take.
a minute. Am I doing a background quilting? I did
Yes,
not do that
you
right. I
are.
got to cancel that.
Okay, so tell me what you're doing.
Okay, so now I need to go in and find, what number is it? Oh, God, background quilting.
Oh, you don't have them together? Okay, we need spring 7
No,
in a
if you
4x4.
If you knew what I was having to do here.
Okay, sorry. It was my mistake this morning. I actually brought the wrong design. Kyle
I
saved
don't
the
know
day.
if this is right. What does it look like
It
on the
says
back?
spring 7 4x4, and it's the one that has the bee and the flowers.
I don't know if this is the right one. I'm doing a couple different things all at once. Yeah, it has to be. 4x4. Let's look.
Go
Nope.
back to the
Go
top.
back up to the top. 4x4. Where's my 4x4? There it is. Found it.
Awesome.
Nice. And it's in a PES file because that's what my machine takes.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, B7 and a 4x4.
Okay. And
Okay.
it tells you at the top of there.
It does, right
Okay.
here at the very top.
I'm going to set that.
Uh-huh,
And now I want to add to it.
correct.
So here's my add button. And now I gotta go back and find that. Oh, I know where it is. Look at me, PES. And there's my B. It's a 4x4, April, part B.
Yes.
Okay. And
Okay.
now I can set that. And they came together.
So, and it does say to center those. So this month we
Okay.
are not going to move that design around. Remember last month how we had
Oh,
to
yes.
move our flowers?
Yes.
We're not doing that.
And it comes in centered already.
That's correct.
Good, I like
Now,
that.
obviously, if you have a bigger hoop, you could do both of these in
If you want.
the same hoop. But it's a 4x4 design. What size hoop do I need?
Bigger.
Why?
5x7.
Why?
Because you're doing background quilting,
Okay,
block by block.
correct. You're exactly right.
Thank you.
The block by block background quilting design, and so you need to go up one hoop size.
Yes. Do you know how I figure that out when I'm in question? I just start putting hoops in. And it won't stitch it out.
That's right. It won't
Nope.
take it. It'll
so
tell
you can't put the wrong one in.
It'll tell you to go to a larger frame. I was doing some clear blue tiles this last weekend.
Oh, yeah.
And I wanted it to fit in an 8x12 hoop.
Okay.
Okay. And so I used the 8x12 clear blue tile, and I put it in there, and it says, go to a larger frame.
Yes.
So you know what I did?
I shrunk it.
I did. One little shrinky dink is
Really?
all it took, and then it fit.
Nice.
So it worked out great.
You're so grateful that it won't stitch because you don't want to hit your frame.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're going to be sad.
Yeah. Okay, so
I got this in there. I've added it. Now I'm going to just push embroidery and it connects them.
That's correct. So we are going to stitch.
With what color bobbin? I still have the cream.
Let's do the other bobbin. Let's do a regular bobbin now. We want
Okay.
just a regular.
What do you mean regular?
Okay. Bobbin weight.
Oh.
So we want a bobbin weight because this is a different
Regular
weight.
thread?
Regular thread's a different weight than your bobbin thread.
Do you use the pre-wounds?
I do not.
No. No. When I had my machine serviced, they said, are you using pre-wounds? Yes. It's just better.
It really is better if you wind your own. But that's your machine. Okay.
Yeah.
It just depends on your machine.
I don't
That's
want
for
my
sure.
machine screwing up, so I'm going to obey.
Yeah, you spend a lot of money on these, and
Yeah.
if you find that you've got issues with that, then you want to definitely go with.
And it doesn't take that much effort. Wind a few bobbins at a time.
Right. I
And
agree.
keep them separate from the other.
Yes, that's why I have these little bobbin boats like this, and I have a whole bunch of bobbins wound and ready to go.
Nice.
So yeah, I totally agree on that one. Kyle.
Okay.
Okay. So
We're doing the background, we're doing placement lines.
placement lines first. So yeah, no, that'll work. Let's just use that thread.
Okay. All right.
So the first thing we're going to do is now, if you're doing back on your instructions, it'll tell you. You can go ahead and go.
Okay.
If you're doing their instructions, it will tell you there are two options, option 1 and option 2. Option 1 is for background quilting design. Option 2 is if you're just doing you're not adding the background quilting,
Right,
and maybe
you're
you're
gonna do your
going
own.
to take it to your long armor, you're going to do your own, okay?
Can you do clear blue tiles in this step?
You could, yes, but why?
Yeah.
Because the thing that clear blue tiles eliminates is the placement lines for the batting and placing the batting. It just does just the design.
Oh.
So you want to have batting on the back side of these if you're doing background quilting.
So if I wasn't doing a background quilting and I'm going to take it to my long armor or do it on my regular machine, I don't put the batting in. I skip that
Correct.
whole step.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
All right.
We don't want to confuse you.
No.
A bobbin weight is 60 or 90 weight is normally, depending on what your machine likes. We're using a 60 weight bobbin thread. Lisa's asking about the weight of a bobbin
What
thread.
difference does it make?
Again, it depends on the project you're working on, obviously, but it also depends on your machine. I, at one time, was having some big time issues with the bobbin thread coming to the front top
Yeah.
on my machine. And so they said, try a different bobbin weight. And so I went to a 90 weight, and it seemed to help.
Okay.
So anyway, just that.
Just be aware.
Typically, you normally use a 60 weight
60 weight.
bobbin thread. Okay, bring that to me there, Kyle. I'm going to
Okay.
add some,
Because it stitched out the placement line.
right, and then I'm
For
gonna,
batting.
my batting, for my project batting.
Your batting's just a little bit larger.
Yep. Now, I normally don't tape this down, but because it's been in the package and
Yeah, it's
everything,
got a
it's
little
got
fold.
a little bit of folds. I'm going to stitch it down.
Okay.
Robin, the coupon code again is Embroidery Club 15.
Okay, and I'm just going to
Okay.
start
Yep.
stitching down this. And it gave a placement line, and the placement line is larger than the stitch
your placement line is usually about
The same?
the same size as your finished block.
Okay. And it's going to go around this twice.
Correct.
Why does it go around twice?
To secure it, because you're going to be clipping this, and
It's a good idea.
yeah,
I'm grateful.
yes.
I love Kimberbell batting because it's pretty
I
dense.
love the consistency of it, don't you?
Yeah, because sometimes when I use my long arm stuff, it kind of catches.
Yeah. If you use regular, like batting, regular batting that you'd use on a quilt.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I agree. I have tried to use some of my scrap batting from my quilts and stuff, and it's
It's
just
a different look.
it is. It's a
Puffier.
fuller. Is that what the word you want to use? Puffy, fuller. Yeah, it definitely is that. And so you want to make sure and use the same stuff throughout the project.
What happens if I cut through a stitch, a couple stitches?
You know what? You'll be okay,
Okay, thank you.
because
Because it's still going to be tacked down.
that's right. You're going to have lots of other
Stitching
stuff,
on it.
stitching on top of it. Okay.
Okay.
Now what you're going to do is a placement line for our fabric.
Okay. And you cut that pretty close to the batting,
I did.
the stitch line.
Those scissors get really close. If
They
I
do.
don't want to get so close, then I would use the duckbills.
Uh-huh. Those are nice. I don't know if they have those in left-handed ones.
They don't, but they say those are left or right.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. Have you tried that?
Yes, I use them.
I like the duckbills.
I'm used to being tortured, so you know.
That's what happens when you're born left-handed, right?
With your right brain.
Yeah. We could go there forever, huh?
Yeah, we could.
Okay. Now I'm going to put this on here, and I kind of...
Now you're making sure your stabilizer on the back of that or interface, whatever it is.
Yes, the fusible backing is in the same place as my batting. I just kind of peek under the edges here, and I say, okay, it's good there.
Just has to cover the batting.
It's there. It's good there. So there we go.
And you don't
Ready to
bother
go.
to tape this down?
No, this pretty much stays in place.
Yeah,
I think we're good.
Because it's going to do an outline stitch on this.
It's going to do, yeah, it's going to do a
Nice.
tack down. And in reality, this tack down line is where you're going to trim it also.
Yes.
So that makes it really nice.
When I just get it off of here and I'm not cutting it down, I'll just cut off 1/4 of an inch even larger, because then I'll know, okay, then I come back and I trim it up.
Right.
Now I don't even have to take it out, do I?
No, you don't, but you got to change your thread.
We're doing it in black?
Oh, no, we're not.
Oh, I was
but
gonna say-
I am going to have you change your thread, because they do have you use the background quilting designs on all of these are done in a cream color.
Oh, uh-huh.
This is an adorable,
Okay.
it is a cute background. And
What's
I
the
want
color difference?
And I want it, it's a little bit
Oh,
more
I guess
yellow.
we ought to put it over there.
It is a little bit more yellow.
Oh, and we're doing it with a yellow?
I am.
Oh.
I want it to show up a
I
little
think I did
bit.
mine with cream.
And that's okay.
It's okay?
Yeah.
Nobody's going to come and arrest me?
Nope.
Because it's
There's
mine.
no background quilting color police.
Good. Good.
No.
Besides, this will look like honey.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It might not show up a lot because it's not a real bright yellow. If
Yes.
you want it more to show up a little bit more, then I would probably go with a little bit brighter yellow.
Oh, okay.
But this one seemed to be okay.
All right. Now I can just go.
Yep. And it's going to do this really cute, this
Oh,
spring
darling.
background quilting design is so cute. Like I said, it has a bee on it and some flowers and just a nice
And a couple leaves.
spring.
Yes. Yes. I would put this design on a piece of clothing.
Wouldn't that be cute?
It would be really cute.
How about doing it like for a bag?
Yes.
Prior to making the bag, you could quilt your
Quilt it all.
fabric with something like this that would be really cute.
Nice. You could do clear blue tiles for that.
Yes, that's the way you would do a clear blue tile. Yeah.
Do I have to purchase those separately than the background?
Yes.
Clear blue tiles?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, no, okay, that's the great thing about this whole project here is that they don't give you just the sizes that you need for these projects.
No?
They give you all of the sizes in block by block and clear blue tile.
Oh, I didn't pay attention.
So what a bargain deal you got there,
That is really
folks.
good.
We're using glide thread. What color is this one?
You think I can read that?
I can.
I don't know what it is. Begins with a P. No. Yellow Whisper.
Yellow Whisper. I'll give you the number in a minute. The name of it's called Yellow Whisper. The other yellow that we're going to use for the bee is Buttercup. And you could use this one also. This one would
you could.
definitely stand out a whole lot more.
I don't see that much on there.
Not much. Just
a little bit.
yeah, it blends about like the cream color would blend in really well
really?
too.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, if you want it to pop a little bit more, then I would use a little bit darker color.
Are you stitching all of your blocks with the same background color?
No,
You're not?
I'm not.
Sandra.
I know. I
Wow.
know. Can you believe it?
Wow, I'm impressed. A wild thing.
I know, crazy. I'm going off the beaten path here.
Oh, so we can do whatever we want.
You bet you can.
Okay.
It's your quilt.
Nice. I like it.
Yes.
It's almost done.
Sandy,
trying to guess
Sandy
where it's
says
going.
that she likes my sweatshirt. Thank
Cute.
you.
Did you make it?
I did not. I was at a quilt retreat last week, and one of the girls in our group made all of us one of these.
What's up with that?
I know. It was
These
really
people.
sweet of her, wasn't it? But yeah, I thought that was really nice. Okay. So now the background quilting is done. Now we're going to stitch our design. Nope, leave it in there, girl.
Leave it in there. We don't have to change our bobbin?
Nope.
Oh.
No, why?
Because it's black.
Well, if you have an issue, then yes,
You
I would
need to-
definitely.
I had an issue this weekend and I had to keep changing my bobbin to match my top thread.
Oh, that's
So it's coming in.
Oh, we'll have Wayne. He's
Yes.
awesome.
Yes.
No, I found that I didn't need to use a black bobbin, but if you have a problem with your machine and you want to have a little bit more definition, I did fine, but
Okay.
I would definitely go,
Change.
anytime you use a black, I would change it, and especially on wording.
You-
If I
yes.
was doing wording, I
Yes.
definitely would change it. But I'm not doing wording. These are just the details on the block here, and I think it turned out great.
Now, I got a question. This is a big thing that I have. You see where it threaded my needle and there's a loop there. Do I need to bother with that?
No. Your machine should take care of it.
Okay, then I won't worry.
Do you normally worry?
Sometimes. Yeah, it went in, went in pretty good, and I'll just trim that.
That's right.
Okay. But you do want a little bit of a tail.
You do want to tail.
Starting.
Otherwise, what will happen is your needle will come unthreaded.
Yes. It'll go a couple stitches.
Janet, I'll definitely, when we're all done this time next year, I'll show it to you. There's not a huge difference in the colors of them. They're just something that maybe makes them pop a little bit. Like when I did the pumpkins and potions, I did use different background quilting designs on that. I like it. I think it turned out great.
That's one of my favorite quilts.
It is.
Wall hangings.
Yeah, the ladder quilt. Are you just not excited for the, let's see if I, Star Spangled Beauty? I
Yes.
always try to call it something else.
Yes.
We've only got about another month and
Really?
it'll be ready to go.
Now, I saw them unboxing some fabric.
Yes,
Does that go with that?
yes. But we're getting the kits. We'll get the
Oh.
fabric too. We're getting the fabric also.
So we'll
But-
get a whole kit?
But,
Nice.
Yeah. kit.
Do you know what it looks like?
The the quilt itself?
Yeah.
The pictures are out there.
Oh, they are?
Yeah. The pictures are out there. It's really cute.
I'm going to have to look
And the
some more.
fabrics are
Oh,
amazing.
Really fun.
So
Really
fun.
So are they shipping the fabrics out to the different shops? Mm-hmm. How exciting.
Yeah. You must have seen the same video I saw.
Probably. Did they do an unveiling of the Bella box too?
Not yet.
No?
I think that's this week sometime.
Is it?
Or the first of next week. Sometime in the next few days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They have a scalloped edge?
Oh, the scallop border has.
What?
You know what, Lisa? I don't think you need to be worried because I think
Because you do
that
it in the machine.
I think Kimberbell will have it down to where it'll be.
Now I gotta,
It'll
as soon as we
be
get off
great.
here, I'm gonna have to go look it up.
I know, me too. I'm gonna look it up really close because I haven't looked at it that close.
Uh-huh.
I've just kind of looked a little bit at the fabrics, and I'm just I like red, white, and blue. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
And it's doing all the legs
Yeah.
and the antennas. It
So
shows
that-
me what we're working on. We're on step 6. But this does not line up.
No, it does not,
Why is that?
because we did background quilting first.
Okay. Don't expect the numbers to line up.
Yeah. Nope, the numbers are not going to be consistent with the numbers on the instruction sheet because we did background quilting and so you have to add those first
It's like 4 or 5.
5. Let's see, a placement line, tack down, placement line, tack down, design, so 5.
5. 5.
Sorry, had to
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
First 5 steps, and so you just
So
kind
add
of
5 to your-
subtract 5 from there. So that means we're on step 1, huh?
Yep, that's true.
Oh, yep, we are.
That's true.
We are on step 1, which are the legs and the antennas.
Uh-huh. That's a nice round circle.
It is.
Yeah. That's a teeny tiny little zigzag or satin stitch on those legs.
I know, it's really small, isn't it? Mm-hmm. And you're right, Jenna, I don't ever worry because Kimberbell does have amazing instructions,
Uh-huh.
and it's great.
Okay,
Okay,
we're gonna take this out.
after you do a placement line.
Oh, I gotta do a placement line?
Yeah, so-
Oh, I see it. It's the bottom part of the B.
Yep,
Okay.
do a placement line
And
first.
this is with the black still.
You don't need to do that. Just
Oh,
push go,
yeah.
girl.
Yeah, on my machine I do.
Well, you fix it so you don't.
I can fix that?
Yes, you can.
What?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to teach me.
Okay.
I
can
bet
do
I don't ever change my ways.
And that's okay. It's just something that you're used to doing, and
Yes,
so
yes.
it's okay. I don't mean to give you a bad time about it. Okay,
That's
now
fine.
you can hand it to me.
Now, lots of times I just leave it in there.
Yes, and you could do that. But because
But
we're doing
doing
this on
this-
camera and everybody has to see what we're doing.
Okay. What
There.
Oh, you just trimmed
I
your...
trimmed that little thread that you
Oh,
had
that
hanging
bothered
out
me.
there.
Yeah.
Okay, and now I'm going to put this. Now, I am going to tell you a little secret here.
Okay.
It does tell you that you need 2 pieces of this black. You can get both of them out of 1 piece.
Nice.
Okay, so
They
as you
always
can,
give you more than enough.
oh yeah. So
Yeah,
as you can
I like
see,
that.
I'm going to put that down there like that.
Just making sure you're covering the tack down line or
Yep.
whatever,
Yep,
placement line.
Placement line.
Okay.
Okay, and now back to our machine here, and we're going to do a tack down line.
Okay. This
then-
will go over it twice again,
That's correct.
because we're cutting.
And then we're going to trim it. I agree, Shauna. This bee is very cute.
Darling.
Like I said, when I saw this picture on the front does not
No.
do it justice. It's almost scary.
Yeah. Yeah.
Am I?
I was like, I can see a lot of white.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know that I like this,
Yeah.
but
it works out really
It does. It works out great.
If If you want to irritate me, you lose my little rubber stopper on the end of my scissors.
Oh, yes, I agree. That's why I'm really cautious about it. Yeah, I want those. I want those protected.
Yes.
Okay. Now it's going to do a
Decorative stitch?
decorative stitch. That's right.
Okay. With the black still.
That's correct.
I still don't have to change my bobbin. I'm shocked.
Nah, we're not going to change your bobbin at all anymore. It's going to stay that way. Is it going okay?
Yeah.
How's my black?
Yeah, it looks fine.
Looks great, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But again, if you have any issues with it, maybe not being real clear as great as you want it to be,
Okay,
then
so
change
here's
your bobbin.
what I do. If I have not noticed it until I get it done, I'll go back and change my bobbin and stitch over it.
That's right, you definitely can do that. Okay, now what I want you to do is change your thread to yellow.
Just the top thread.
That's correct.
Okay.
And this one is called Buttercup, and it's 80134.
Oh, did we tell them the number on the other one?
Oh, yes, no, we did not. The Yellow Whisper, the number for that is 87499.
I'm so glad this is recorded and they can watch it again.
Yes, that's so nice that you guys can definitely go back and watch
Sitting
it.
at the wrong angle to get this on. Okay.
That's the one thing about the glide thread and the Hemingway thread that's a little different,
What's that?
is getting it on your thread spool.
Yes, yes. Because I always take my plastic off and you don't.
Correct.
Yeah, you just run it through the top.
Yeah. Okay, now what this is going to do is a placement line for our striped fabric.
Oh, okay.
That's correct, Lisa. Now it's really nice that they have you change your thread to yellow for your placement line because you can see it. If you're going to do that in black,
Oh, yeah.
you'd never see
No,
it.
No.
Okay, hand me that.
Okay.
Now, in your instructions, it does say to place your fabric right side up with the stripes running vertically from the top to the bottom. So you don't want them side to side this way.
Can I put them at an angle?
You want, well, you sure, you could put them whatever way you wanted, actually.
Just the right side up.
Yes. But we're going to do it so that it is, the stripes are going up and down.
Okay.
Vertical, that's the word I want. So we're going to kind of, when this is all said and done, we're going to kind of look at them and compare. This one
Oh.
has fusible
that's
backing
right.
on this yellow piece. The first one I did already does not. So we're going
I
to take a
can
look
see
at
it already. What a difference.
I think it's going to make a difference, don't you?
Yes. And if you didn't do it, it's not a big deal.
No, it's not. Am I going to know that this one's going to be at the top of my quilt and this one's going to be at the bottom? Am I going to say, is somebody going to look at me and say,
Yeah.
Sandra,
Why?
that looks different than this one? I'm like, and?
Yes, on purpose.
That's because they're two different bees,
That's right.
right?
No two bees are the same.
Exactly. So now we're going to trim this up.
I was trimming something the other day in between two stitch lines. That was hard to get in there.
Some days it is, isn't it?
Yeah. I was like, oh, please don't let me cut thread.
That's the really nice thing about these scissors, that very sharp point on them. It allows you to get back in there and just clip that.
Nice.
Makes it really nice.
You didn't even have to get your fingers in there.
I didn't. Yeah, I'm liking this.
Yeah.
I would recommend.
Oh, did you see the difference?
Yeah, you can already tell a little bit of the difference on it.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
I think you can. I
You
think
can
it'll
on
be
the
good.
camera.
I would recommend at this point in the game. I would recommend
Putting
putting
it
fusible backing on the small yellow piece for your bee. Aren't you glad we do this on April 1st?
Yes, when
And
it
you
comes
guys
out.
get to learn from our mistakes.
I haven't even told you all the mistakes.
Yes, it's awesome. I'm that way. I like to watch everybody else make the mistakes and then, but unfortunately I get to be the one to make them
Yeah.
on this one.
I don't go to new restaurants the day they open. I don't go to movies on the day they open.
Yep.
No.
Yeah, me neither. Well, good morning, Debbie. Thanks for coming.
Yeah. In
This is
Colorado.
awesome. And if you've missed any of this, you can go onto our YouTube channel or on our Facebook group also, and you can watch it again for
And
anything
again.
you've missed.
And again.
And again.
Does it stay up there forever?
No, it does not.
Okay.
30 days now.
Oh, really?
The ones on Facebook only stay for 30 days.
I did not know that.
Okay, so now we need to change our thread to white. I mean black
black.
again, sorry.
Okay. Because now we're going to do his top of
And
his
now
body.
we're going to do the
His head?
top part, the top part of the bee. Yep. Thank you, Heidi. We try to do something different every time, so.
Something, what are we doing different?
We're not really doing much different, but we can give little
tips.
bits of tips and
Yes.
tricks every now and again that
Yes.
hopefully
Well, yes.
we can, you know what? We can always learn. Always,
I was
always,
so
always
excited
learn.
when Chris asked me to help today. I
Oh,
was like,
good.
yes, I'm going to learn something new. Yes. Okay. My foot is not down.
That's because your lever isn't down.
Oh, good
See,
job.
you still
Good
have a
catch.
red light. That
Yeah.
means it won't go anywhere.
I always leave my lever up. I'm like, oh, go.
Yeah, I'm good at doing that too. Okay, now we're going to see if this piece of fabric's going to work for
Oh,
us.
because this is the one you cut the bottom off of? Bottom of the body?
It should be okay.
Okay. Nice.
I think it is.
You did good. You're using the same piece of tape over and over.
Well, that's only the second time, but normally, yeah, I'll use it a couple of times, especially with just fabric. Now, if you're using it on felt,
No.
it doesn't always, it
gets the felt off.
a lot of times
Fuzz.
I can't use it more than once. But if you're doing fabric, most of the time you can use it at least once or twice. I should have taped the other side, is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, it stayed down though.
Is it good?
That's hard to see on the black.
It is. Oh, we're okay. That was close. Thanks, Kyle. Come on. There we go. You know, I do find that I have to trim a little bit different on camera because I have to make it so that everybody can see what I'm doing.
Oh, yeah. Instead of really close to you.
Yeah. But I always work on a flat surface.
Yeah, haha.
That I do. I don't use my lap
No. Why's that?
because I don't want it coming out of my hoop, first
It
of
can
all.
pop. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, now we're just
we
doing
trimmed it. Now it's going to do this decorative outline.
Oh, we're about done.
We are. We're really close, aren't we?
Yeah.
We're going to have a cute little bee.
We are with
in
wings.
just a few more minutes. Kathy, Facebook now has a new thing to where if you're doing these live videos like this, they only stay on for 30 days. Which, you know, you got a whole month, but even still. But if you go to our YouTube channel, they're there.
Oh, good.
Forever.
Phew.
The YouTube one will stay there longer. You can access it in 6 months from now if you needed to.
Well, that's good
But
to know.
on Facebook, I think they're finding they have way too many to store.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, now, Kyle, what step number are we on?
We're on 16.
But wait a minute, you got to subtract 5.
11.
Okay, thank
Look at
you.
that math.
I know, way to go. So now it's going to stitch a placement line for our wings,
Okay.
okay?
Am I going to be able to see this?
Yes, you can.
Okay, because it's black.
But if you had an issue, you don't want to use a different color thread because then it would show.
Uh-huh.
But you'll be able to see it,
Okay.
I promise.
'Cause we're gonna take
now,
it
on
the-
camera, you guys probably won't be able to see it. Go ahead.
Okay.
But when you do it yourself, I promise you, you will be able to see it. Because it's just a little square right there in the middle. So, you're going to take your wings, all right? Now, you want to make sure that your wings, that the top part of the big part of the wing is on the top. You don't want them upside down. You don't want them looking like this, okay? That would kind of, that's kind of hard to see.
He'll fly backwards.
Yeah, you don't want to. So it says right here that you want to make them that the center wing is lying in there, but it also tells you that the large forewings are at the top. So that's why this large part of the wing right here is at the top.
Okay.
Okay.
And you put that whole part in that circle?
You
I got
want-
mine a little low.
You want this center right here. It has a little circle right there.
Uh-huh.
You want that center part right there.
Okay.
Okay. And then you're going to tape them down.
Taping both sides.
Yes.
Good idea. You don't want those wings to get knocked.
Well, you don't want them caught in your foot. I mean, not that it would, but it could.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah.
So just make sure that that center right there is in the center of that little square of the placement line. And that the large part of the wing is on the top.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, here we go. That's a lot to stitch through.
It is. But it does really good
Yeah,
job.
it did. This won't come off.
No, I don't think it's coming off.
No. Hey, you did a good job centering that.
Did I do okay?
Yep.
Okay.
Guess what?
I hear it. Listen, listen.
Listen. Music to my ears.
Yes. Yes. Okay. And then we're going to take the tape off of him.
Cute.
And then at this point, you can take it. See how you just
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
could curl those up?
Okay, I
and
could
it
still do it
stays.
on mine.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah.
Now, again, when you go to rinse your wings, you don't want to totally soak them, and maybe 15, 20 seconds
Yeah,
is probably
just
good.
moving it around.
Just move them around really good. I do it from one side and then I'll flip it over. So
Oh.
like I would take this and rinse it this way, and then I'll flip it over and rinse it again for 10 or 15 seconds, and then I let it dry.
Okay.
That
good to
leaves
know.
a little bit of starch in them so that they'll stay molded however you
We
want them
stitched
to be.
the wings down in black
Correct.
because they're on his body.
Yeah, in black.
Okay.
Okay. Now, a couple of things here. If you do not have orange pop rulers, now they tell you to take your 4x4 orange pop ruler
They're
and
so
put
slick.
it on there and do it that way. Now, for this reason is why I love the orange pop rulers, because Kimberbell
Mention it.
has all of this stuff that they put on the top of it, and it makes it a little fuller. Okay, so
rock.
if you're going to use a regular ruler, I can just show you here really quick. This is a small one. I'd probably go with a
I
bigger
love
one.
that small one.
But you have more of a tendency for it to move because you've got such bulk underneath your ruler right there. The orange pop ruler goes right over the top of it, and then you don't even have to worry about messing with anything there.
And where are you trimming on this?
We're going to trim right on that tack down line that they did.
Most outside line,
Correct.
because your batting is in 1/4 of an inch.
That's correct. So now my batting won't be in my seam when I
Nice.
put all these blocks together. So you can see
Nice,
that
yep.
on this one, I have this line and then this outside line, and that's going to be my seam line right there.
Cool.
That's going to be my seam line, which is right
And your
at.
embroidery goes all the way to the edge. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yep.
Background.
So that will do it. So just trim that up, make it a 4.5 by 4.5,
Do
and
two.
2 of them, and your blocks are ready to go. So I've got 2 sweet bees there.
All right.
Honeybees.
Honeybees.
There's my honeybees
All
there.
right.
Kyle. So there you
Okay.
go. So, Kyle, I'm going to give you a little bit of a hint about next month.
Oh, I don't even know what it is. Okay, give me a hint. I'll see if I can guess.
It's different from any block you've already done. That's all I'm going to say.
We've done flowers, we've done a mushroom, we've done a ladybug, and we've done a bee.
And you've done a snail.
And a snail, that's right. Can I guess?
You could try.
A gnome.
I don't know.
Oh, you're not going to tell me?
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Okay.
Just the fact that it's different from any of the other blocks that we've already done. It's different.
Okay, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to have to beat it out of you.
Beat it out of me. Yeah, and I just got it.
Bird.
So
Could be a bird.
maybe. Not.
Not.
Just saying.
Hedgehog.
I'm not saying. That's all I'm going to say. It's different than any of the blocks we've already done.
Okay, cool.
You'll be surprised come May 1st.
All right.
Okay? Okay. All righty, everybody. It was really fun. Don't forget the coupon code for today was Embroidery Club 15. Go out there. It's good until midnight tonight. Go out there and purchase all the stuff that you're going to need for your embroidery. And I'm so happy that you joined us today.
Yes.
And I hope that we've been able to help you a little bit, maybe learn something new. And otherwise, Kyle, thank you
Yes.
so much for
I
being
have so
here.
much fun being on
I love
this.
doing this. You know, I was thinking that, this is the best part of my whole month
Oh, nice.
is doing Embroidery Club. I
Yes.
absolutely love doing this.
Fun.
So
And it gets you to get yours done.
it does. It totally does that too. So anyway, we'll see you, and I believe it's the, I can't remember.
I'm twisting her arm.
No, I can't. What is it? I don't remember what day it is.
I don't know.
First Tuesday in May.
There you go.
There we go.
It'll be beautiful out.
Yep.
Oh, it's snowing. It is snowing.
It is snowing here today.
'Kay,
April
April
Fools. Happy April Fool's Day, everybody, and we'll see you in a month. Thanks so
All right.
much for joining us.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.